All right. Question number 5, January 2019 says, the A says, a survey was conducted among 48 persons to find out what mobile network they used. The table below shows the results of the survey. All right, so this is the result of the survey. Um, this survey was conducted among 48 persons. So if I add up everybody in the survey, I should get 48. 20 like Wiretech, um, or 20 use Wiretech, um, 12 use Digilec, 10 use Ophone, and 6 use other. All right, if this information is to be represented on a pie chart, what is the angle for the sector that will represent Ophone? All right, now, if you're gonna represent this on a pie chart, you're gonna have to work out the angle for the sector that was gonna represent every part of the pie chart. So for Ophone, now, first of all, Ophone is 10 persons out of the what? 48 persons. So that is the fraction of the entire group that use Ophone. You're then going to multiply this by 360 degrees, because that is their share out of the 360 degrees. So this is 3,600 divided by 48. 3,600 divided by 48. And what do we get? This is 75 degrees. So Ophone is represented on the pie chart by a sector with a sector angle of 75 degrees. So here, look, if you look carefully, you'll see that if you double that, sorry, Wiretech is actually 10 persons. Wiretech is actually used by 20 out of the 48 persons. 20 is 2 times what? 10. So if 10 persons is represented by what? 75 degrees, 20 persons would be represented by 150 degrees. So I didn't have to work that one out. Let us find out the sector angle for Digilec. Now for Digilec, it is for Digilec, it is 12 persons out of the 48 times 360. Now 12 is actually 12 out of 48 is actually a quarter, and a quarter of 360 is what? 90 degrees. So Digilec is represented by a sector with a sector angle of 90 degrees. Now, since other is half of what? 90, this must be 6 is half of what? 12. So this must be represented by a sector angle, which is a half of 90, which is 45 degrees. So I have the sector angle for every phone type or phone company. Then this says now, using the circle below with radius shown, represent the information in the table above on a clearly labeled pie chart. So this is my pie chart. And my information is saying the smallest angle is 45 degrees and is associated with other. So I'm going to put on my angles from the smallest to the largest. The smallest angle is 45 degrees. Now, when I'm doing this, that initial line, that is going to be my 0 line. So I'm putting on my protractor, which you all can't see. So I put down my protractor. Now I'm using the, let me see. Yeah. Now I'm using the inner scale of the protractor, and I'm going up That initial line that is drawn for me, that is my 0 line. The center of the protractor goes to the center of the circle, and I'm measuring 45 degrees. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 45 degrees, put me around here. So I'm going to line up that point with the center and draw a line. So this is 45 degrees, and it corresponds to other. The next angle larger than 45 degrees is 75 degrees, which corresponds with O-phone. So the last line that I draw, that is going to become my new 0 line. And from that line, I'm going to measure off 75 degrees. So the last line is my new 0. The center of the protractor goes to the center of the circle, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, and this is 75. All right, so I put a mark for 75 degrees. I line up the mark with the center, and I draw my line until it reaches the circumference of the circle. All right, and this now is 75 degrees, and 75 degrees I think correspond to O-phone. Then the last line becomes my 0 line. And the next angle larger than 75 is 90. So I line it up. I mark off the angle for 90 degrees. I line them up together. I line up the mark with the center. I draw a line and stop it at the circumference. So this is 90 degrees, and 90 degrees corresponds with what? Digilec. The last one is 150 degrees. That one I don't need to measure. It should automatically fit in. And this is Wiretech. And this is what your pie chart should look like. This is what your pie chart should look like. Let's turn the page. All right, B says the incomplete table below shows the results obtained by 200 boys and by 200 boys and 250 girls on a Spanish examination. All right, we're asked, it says a girl is chosen at random. Determine the probability that she achieved a grade 1. So how many girls achieve a grade 1? All right, let's find that out. That's 62 girls, don't it? Everybody seen that? 62 girls got a grade 1 out of what? 200 and what? 50 girls. So the probability of a girl getting a what? A grade 1 is 62 out of 250, or 62 divided by 250. That's 0.248 or 24.8%. So there's a 24.8% chance that if you select a girl at random, that girl would have gotten a 1 on the test, on the exam. Next, we're asked what percentage of the boys who took the exam achieved grades 1 to 3. What percentage of the boys who took the exam achieve grades 1 to 3? So these guys achieve grades 1 to 3. There are a total of 200 males, and it's only 38 that altogether got 4 and 5. So the amount that get 1, 2, and 3 is going to be what? 200 minus 38. So what percentage? So boys, percentage of boys grades 1, 2, and 3. It's 200 minus 38 over 200 times 100. All right, so 0 cancels 0. What is this? 162 divided by 2. This says 81%. So this is saying 81% of the boys who sat the exam, passed the exam, or they achieved a grade 1 to 3.